So we looked at the language, and then I asked the students to highlight, key ideas, and then write a little play script between their English teacher, Mrs. Ruel, and the head teacher, Miss Campbell, okay, who's the one who's trying to sort of divide everyone up. And they were able to add some stage directions, and also, a few prompts or cues for the characters so they knew how to say their lines. And this is just the beginning. This is just the start, again, of one of those scripts. I've got a few others here that they've written, and then, of course, they can act them out in front of each other. And then with this one, it's quite good because you can always show them then the film script from the film itself, so they can compare as well. And you can see how the language was manipulated again. I'm sorry that you don't have the right to pick your own students and teach them for 4 years, but they did have to change the voice of the narrator here. So they had to, change the language slightly. Okay. So any people that we haven't met yet from that original picture I showed you? Bridget Jones, yeah, okay. I think she's coming up next. Here you go. Yeah. So the reverse process is possible. You can find, film scripts quite easily on the internet these days for lots of films. And I gave the students the scene from Bridget Jones, where, let me have a look, where she meets Mark Darcy at the Christmas party, and then she finds out that he's engaged to someone else. Yeah? And then she makes that very embarrassing speech while his parents are sort of toasting him. So here is again the original sort of script for the film, and we watched the film and discussed lots of the language in it. And then for homework, so this wasn't collaborative, this was more of an individual piece of writing. Students wrote a diary entry from Bridget Jones's point of view about that particular moment. And of course, again, trying to use as much of the language as possible that we looked at. And then they could always compare it with the original novel, okay, with the section from the original novel. So I guess the novel in this respect is the original hypertext, and then the film script is the hypertext. So you can sort of reverse the process. I think this worked particularly well. I think, they felt very confident about the writing task. So again, it can be quite motivating for students who want to practice their writing, but maybe sometimes lack ideas, or, and so I think this provides them with immediate language they can rework, but also with, with ideas that they can use in their writing.